law schools. That's what I would want to say. Okay, right. Let me kind of tell you some of these are something that you should know. Main, right. First thing is, we all know CLAT, that's what you're all preparing for, the 22 NLUs. ILET, we know there's one NLU, and SLAT, we know one of the private law schools which is very, very popular. LSAT India is an exam based on LSAT US model, and it's taken by many good law schools in India. And then Maharashtra CET. Then CETs are there in every state, and Maharashtra CET we usually suggest to a lot of students across India because Maharashtra has some very popular law schools, very reputed law schools that are being under the counseling of MHCET. So you need to kind of look at that. Then you have state law schools because we are based out of more on Telugu states. We are talking about that, but otherwise every state has that. Let's not worry about that. So I got to first. This is a very important slide, friends. Now this you will note. This is the knowledge you might want to make note, friends. All of you, I want you to note this very seriously. So CLAT, a lot of you only think of NLUs, but please understand there are some non-NLU colleges under CLAT, which are good law schools, which are having a good reputation, and you might want to consider them. And these law schools might have their own application deadlines. You need to kind of cross-check with them. They have their own cutoffs, etc. But they consider CLAT scores, right? First one, for example, is Nirma Law School. Nirma University Law School, we believe it is in the top 10 right now, right? So along with it will definitely stand equal to the top 7-8 NLUs. So it's a very, very good law school, and usually the cutoff for this is also pretty high. The rank cutoff we have seen sometimes, first list only the top 1,200 students might make it, and in the Nirma Law School. So it is not very it is very important. Okay, so right, so we'll have to understand this very, very importantly. So then we have NMIMS Mumbai Law School. That's also very popular, another popular law school. UPS Dehradun has they also consider CLAT. Geetam, ICFI, VIT, Shastra. These are other reputed universities because they were known in their field. For example, some of them are known for management, some of them are known for engineering, and they have started law school. So I would say the top 3 are like reputed within law already. The other 4 are reputed in other streams, but they're trying to get into law, and they've started making good names. That's what I want to kind of give you a broad idea. But the main ones definitely are Nirma Law School, NMIMS Law School, UPS, and then ICFI probably. These are something that you can keep in mind. Okay, so this is one thing that I would want you to kind of know. Let me kind of explain the next thing. Let us. And by the way, see, just because we made the names, I don't consider all of them equal. Let me clarify this. The names that are given here, I don't consider all of them equal. Like I said, these are top notch. And out of this probably is good. These are good names. This I would not believe is a top this thing. I should not be in this list per se, but the idea is to kind of tell you how a lot of schools are there. They can also be there. I'm saying the idea is to kind of give you what is really, for example, IIT Kharagpur also has a law program, but that is not useful for a 5-year program. It's more for a 3-year program. So you have to understand a lot of things. IIT Kharagpur law program is actually in the top 5 right now, apart from the top 3 NLUs, right? So you have to understand that. There are a lot of these things. I do not want to kind of get into a controversial thing this time. The goal is more to understand the thing. Yeah. Christ already has finished its selections for Lavasa and Bangalore. I'm saying, see, first thing, that's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of law schools will be behind you this year because they want you to kind of join ASAP and because they want to be sure about admissions. I will tell you one simple thing. All of you, good students, you have to kind of confidently say one thing. If genuinely you believe that you're not able to make it to a school better than that is you're not going to make it in the CLAT, you're not sure about how CLAT can give you, then you might want to consider it. But otherwise, you have to tell every private law school, how can you ask me to kind of pay before the actual CLAT happens? You might pay and at least get a guarantee that they will kind of give you the money back. A lot of all the UGC guidelines are there that you can get the money back except for the initial some basic thing. If there is a refund policy, nothing wrong in securing an admission, no problem with that. But please understand, until and unless you have the CLAT merit list out, until and unless you have the CLAT counseling done, you cannot really choose a private law school. That's what I would say. Yeah. That's what I think. Vaishnavi, you have asked a question about VIT school in AP. First thing I'll tell you, a simple thing. First is VIT a well-known brand, well-known university? Absolutely. Is VIT well-known in law? Maybe. That's a question. VIT has to work in law. VIT is known for engineering. Now they're opening law. And VIT in AP. Now tell me, VIT has many campuses. Every university after they're well-known, they're keeping on expanding and starting new campuses. The thing is, you have to ask yourself if it's a VIT main campus or not, and if it's a VIT main program or not. For me, right now, VIT law is not a category A, cluster A program. I would not consider you to do that. I would rather suggest you, if you're considering VIT, even think of programs which are better than that. There are a lot of deemed schools better than that. That's what I would say. Yes, Geetam is reputed for engineering. VIT also reputed for engineering. Shastra is reputed for engineering. Shastra, in a way, I respect. I respect a lot more than others, but that's why that's the thing. Yeah. Again, I'm telling you, AP again. It's a new campus. Any new campus, I do not want you to kind of jump into it. It will take time. Why would you want to go to a new campus? Just like, would you prefer? Let me ask you this thing: if you get an NLU which has just started, which does not have a campus, would you prefer that NLU, or will you go to old NLU? As simple as that. Ask yourself. You tell me the answer. Vaishnavi, will you go to an established NLU? Would you go to a new NLU? As simple as that. Yes, Reva again is a very good, like this is again a corporate entity or corporate brands coming into this. That's good, but again, I'm telling you, a lot of these universities, it depends a lot more on what kind of options you have. See, if you ask me XYZ university, ABC university, please let me know. Let me tell you that if I give you yes or no, it looks very bad, and it's not correct also. We don't believe in best; we believe in best fit. Ravi Shankar, I can give you an externality good for you or not based on your final output. For example, based on your CLAT rank, based on your CLAT marks, I will be able to give you an idea. In fact, I'm going to put a table up like that also. Please hang on for that. But it's very, very important for you to understand that a college overall, if you have a well reputed, it's good. But is it good enough for you? Depends on you. That's what I want to say. Yes. Right? That's what you need to understand. Yes, again, KL is a university in a Telugu state. It's known in the Telugu state. But let me tell you, I mean, at the end of the day, if I am not here to kind of elevate someone, ready to reduce someone, that's not my goal. I think it's all about you. An XYZ university is good or bad is not a question I'll answer. Anyone should answer. Your answer should always be: this is my situation, this is my score, this is where my ability is, this is where I'm standing. Is this good university good enough for me? Venkatai, you understand that? That is the kind of thing. KL University by itself, I would not rate it as one of the top ranked universities, at least for we are talking about law. But I'm saying, if based on your situation, what kind of options do you have? Always you say you have 2, 3 options. Within that, you tell me which one would I prefer. I can take a cluster approach and I give you that. But please understand, asking a single thing is not asking a single school yes or no. I can only give you a broad idea. When people say Dre White, when people say Bennett Goldman, there are names that are known. UPS, for example, in all the names that you're giving, I will give you more credence Durga Bhavani for UPS, because UPS, Dehradun is like from long time, it's been in law, it's been well known, etc. I would say among the names that you're all discussing right now, it's definitely better. Yeah, again, BB Mumbai. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You have a lot of these examples. Maharashtra, one way I'll tell you, Durga, has a lot more law schools which are from repute, because of they've been very old law schools. Oldest law school in India is also in Mumbai, GLC Mumbai. So a lot of these things are there. I'm saying taking a name is not helpful. I'm going to be very, very honest. Just by taking a name, yeah, Reva shortlisted you. That's what I'm saying, Ramakrishna. A lot of these schools are giving you shortlist, etc. now because they want you to join. Everyone is looking for admissions. I'm telling you, if a new university kind of gives you an admission, ask yourself, do you have a better chance at some other thing better than this? Then you can ask it to be whitelisted. I don't care. If you believe that you believe that is good enough for you and you want to kind of take an admission, but at least ensure that there's a refund policy. If there's a university which doesn't have a refund policy, all of them, by the way, should have it, because UGC guidelines are there. Only then kind of pay for it. But I would rather suggest, always ask yourself, do you have a better opportunities? Never fall for this thing. That's what I would say. In fact, any good law school would not force you. I mean, they might say we'll have a refund policy. That is still okay. That is the right idea, right? So ILET, we discussed already. NLU Delhi, there are 120 odd seats, and 55 half seats are for Delhi guides and half seats are for All India Sport category. This we know already, not too much to discuss here. Yes. Can you generalize cluster for? Yes, we have done that, Gautam. I'm going to give you. Please hang on. In this presentation, I'm going to give you a broad idea based on your mock scores, based on your predicted. In fact, at ALP, one thing that we do very regularly, as you all know, what do? We give you a predicted All India rank, friends. You all have a predicted All India rank for you. That's been coming to you. Yes, you have a predicted All India rank. Yes or no? All ALPians have a predicted All India rank based on your mock performance. Based on your mock performance, based on how well you're performing the mock, you have a predicted All India rank. We have an algorithm. We use that to kind of give a prediction of All India rank for you, and we ensure that that prediction will help you to kind of look at what possible schools are there for you. That's a very, very important thing that we do at ALP, and that's something that you can keep in mind. We all know SLAT again, just like you said, VIT is starting a campus in AP. Symbiosis also has campus in many places, but the well-known campuses in Pune and Noida, definitely they stand in the top 10, 15 law schools in India. Top 10, 15 law schools in India. Whereas they have other campuses in Hyderabad, Nagpur. They're new campuses again, but not top 10, 15. Probably they kind of figure in the top 50, 100. But I would kind of you to tell that if you are looking at top schools, Pune and Noida are in the top 10. Similarly, LSAT India. I'm only talking about, see, you might have 100 names. I'm telling the 100 law schools. We actually, at the last count, our team has done, we have 25 to 30 national law entrances in India. Now, all of them do not make cut in our list because we believe in only going to talk about them, which are in the top 10, 20, etc. Right? For example, within LSAT India, some law schools which are well known are, for example, Jindal Global Law School is a well-known India's first international law school in a way. It's very high, costly, and I have a lot of students nickname it as five-star law school. It's very costly and it has very good amenities, but at the same time, it's a good law school. And then we have ICFI also kind of takes LSAT. Then we have KL Bangalore. KLE Bangalore is a good school. KLE Bangalore is also a good school. And we have again other school. If you see some names are repeated, I don't know if you realize this or not. Many names, what happens is some of the names they kind of have their own exam, they kind of take CLAT, they kind of take LSAT, they kind of open all options. That indicates that they're free, they're kind of allowing students to kind of attempt and apply to their college in multiple ways. So you have once you have a good CLAT score, you can have that. That's what I'm trying to say. This is a broad thing of based on LSAT, good law school. There are some law schools that you can keep in mind. Then MH80, yes, this is something that I want to kind of talk about. These are some top law schools in Maharashtra, probably all India reputed schools. GLC Mumbai, one of the it's the oldest law school in India, and it's very popular. ILS Pune again is like ILS Pune is like at one point in time it had its own entrance exam. It's so popular that people used to flock to it. Along with the top, these GLC Mumbai and ILS Pune again rank up for me, according to me, equal to top 10 analysts. Just like SS Symbiosis Pune Noida, GLC Mumbai and ILS Pune again are equal to top 10 analysts. If you look at it, I'm trying to make it a cluster so that you understand. If I talk about private law schools, which come into the top 10, that's what you have to understand. Right? Praveen Gandhi Law College also is very popular. BVM, currently one of the friends asked, this is also Bharati Vidyapeeth Law School is very, very good school in Pune. And the Firodia Law School is also good. These are some good names that I have to kind of understand, right? Yes, Abhyas has already said you can connect with them to understand your predicted rank. Yes, yes, they can also guide you. By the way, what I'm doing to you today is to kind of start. Please understand this session, this 1 hour, 1.5 hour I'm going to do. I'm going to give you broad idea of how to do it, but we are very happy to tell you, each one of you, please reach out to our admin staff, our coaching staff. What we will do is, I'm not talking about the faculty, class faculty, those who teach your legal, GK, etc. But I'm saying all our admin staff are well equipped. We have a tool or we have a methodology to kind of tell you this law school guidance that I'm introducing today will be done to you. So please reach out to them. They already know your predicted rank. Based on that, they'll give you a broad idea of which schools to apply, which schools not to apply, etc. Please reach out to us. Okay, that's what I would want to say. Right. So yeah, Suraj is also asking about Kalinga. Kalinga Bhubaneswar is another good law school. Good, I would not say law, but Kalinga is a good university, and in fact, I respect them because they genuinely have a spirit of trust based. Not they kind of not charge fees for application, etc. I like them. There are a few things that I like about them, and I respect them. Please write their KT exam for sure. Whether you join right now or not, please apply for KT exam so that you know the competition where you are. So that's something that you should do definitely. Kalinga University is a good university from Bhubaneswar. Let's go ahead to the thing. Yeah, now this is an important slide, friends.